And I will tell you, truth is more important. The reason, when you stick to the truth, you will filter out people who don't belong. They may be in touch with you, they may know you, but they won't get to you. They won't affect you. They won't negatively impact you. This power is only possible with truth. This is only Sacha Sauda. It's a question. I want to live long and healthy. What is the best way to lead one's life? The best way is don't lead your own life, lead somebody else's life. Because if it doesn't work out, you can always blame it onto the person. Anyway, I'm joking. You know, it's quite remarkable, but there is some evidence of it in psychology. The time actually is relative. It's really amazing, this feeling. You must have noticed on numerous occasions how some days pass through in the snap of a finger, and some days feel like it's been months already. Actually, that reminds me of something I wasn't planning on telling you, because I think I might have told you earlier. But this woman was dying, and the doctor said, look, you've only got 3 months to live. And she said, is there any way that I may elongate my life? He said, well, medically maybe not, but I think you can marry a philosopher. She said, so you mean I will die in peace, unlocking all the wisdom before my death, really knowing where I'm heading? He said, no. 3 months will feel like 30 years. It'll feel like a long time. It's called the psychology of time. If your life is monotonous, now you may be thinking I'll be saying the opposite, but not really. If your life is monotonous, it will collapse. Time collapses. You know how one day you're 30 years old and the next day you're 50? That means 20 years of your life you did nothing but the same day in, day out, same struggle, slogging and things like that. And when you are growing up, there are so many new things, new experiences your brain, your mind is learning, and each new experience actually somehow makes the time longer. Why? Because you have more beautiful memories, or just memories. Those are emotionally vivid and impactful experiences one goes through. And when you recall those, time feels longer. When you go through those, time feels better. So the question is not, I want to live long and healthy. I mean, if you want to live healthy, eat healthy, exercise really. But if you want to live long, then you have to lead a meaningful life. You have to constantly create new, beautiful experiences for yourself in your life. And as they say, it's proven beyond doubt that monotony will collapse your time and creativity will unfold it. When you engage in something new, something beautiful, when you use your time towards something that makes you grow as a person, that time will end up creating some magnificent memories for you. And that's how you will live long. And in fact, that's the only longevity that's going to make any difference to you or anybody else for that matter. Otherwise, it's just years. You may as well be an elephant. They live longer. Or a turtle? Something like that? Tortoise? They live longer. What do? Just withdraw in and stay there in their shell. What a useless life. No offense to those creatures or species. I deeply respect Yada Sangrite Chayam Kurmanganiv Sarvasha. Krishna said, like a tortoise, withdraws its limbs. Until then, it's okay. Or until that point, or till that point, it's okay. Beyond that, your life has to have some meaning. There was this very great Sufi poet called Shamsuddin Muhammad, or also Hafiz. He was called Hafiz. I think he was born around 1300. And I've got a poem written by him, which was translated by a person called Daniel Nandinsky. You don't have to act crazy anymore. We all all right, I'll restart. You don't have to act crazy anymore. We all know you were good at that. This world actually expects you to act crazy. You can't be yourself. You can't speak your mind. You can't speak your truth. You cannot even express yourself. You cannot just even dress the way you like to dress. Swamiji is wearing track pants today. Underneath is a nice big robe. Swamiji, good. But what I'm saying is the world, it's very strange, actually. It's so strange that it's awful. You don't want anything from the world, let's say. And yet, you can't live at your own terms. How incredible is that? You don't want anything from the world out there, but still the world has a problem if you live in a manner that doesn't sit well with them. If you speak in a manner that they don't like. Basically, the only thing world likes is praise them. Sing their glories, everybody is happy. It's psychologically true. Give somebody the most absurd compliment, they'll say thank you. They will actually believe it's the truth. Somebody, let's say, is very skinny. Say, my God, your body is amazing. It's those biceps, man. And he'd actually think, yeah, man, it's not too bad. Stand in front of the mirror. Tell a really fat person, you seem to have lost weight. He or she will believe you, yeah, it's looking better this time. Happens all the time, even they've done nothing. They'll say, yeah, I'm glad it's working out. Give anybody the most false compliment they know, just doesn't hold any water whatsoever, and they will say, wow, he's a great guy. Because essentially that's what the world wants. They said, you cannot have enough of two things, money and praise. सारे शास्त्र में स्तुति ही स्तुति है. करते रहो, तारीफ पे तारीफ, सारा दिन. Whole day praise somebody, and in the evening, like people are ready for another meal, they'll be ready for the new round of praise. What else? This Jewish rabbi was sick. And he was called at a congregation which he decided to not go. He said, I will send my pupils. And they went there. And obviously they spoke very highly of the rabbi. People at the congregation, when his pupils came back, they said, oh, what, did they say anything about me? They said, oh yes, they said, what a great scholar you are. Yeah, what else did they say? They said, you're so disciplined. Yeah, that I know. Did they not say anything else? They said, you're so regular, you've really done a great service to humanity, you really spread the tribe and the religion. Yeah, what else? They said, your interpretations are just absolutely amazing, and you're a man of very high moral standards. And he slunk in his chair, he said, did they say nothing about my humility? Did nobody speak how humble I am? And it's also truth of most humble people. They want to be admired for their humility. Look how humble this guy is. And that's where politeness is different from being humble. So this poem, you don't have to act crazy anymore. We all know you were good at that. That you lived for the world based on what people wanted you to do, how they wanted you to behave. You don't have to act crazy anymore. We all know you were good at that. Now, retire, my dear. From all that hard work you do of bringing pain to your sweet eyes and heart, look in a clear mountain mirror. See the beautiful ancient warrior and the divine element you always carry inside that infused this universe with sacred life so long ago, and join you eternally with all existence with God. And as I said, in one of my earlier discourses, and before me, obviously, Rahim said, because I quoted Rahim, he said, Ab Rahim mushkil padi gaade do kaam. सांचे से तो जग मिले, सांचे से तो जग नहीं, झूठे मिले ना राम. What a difficult choice, he says. Should I go with the truth? If I do, I'm going to lose the world. Or should I go with my lies? They're very safe, but then I won't have the divine. Which of the two is more important? And I will tell you, truth is more important. The reason, when you stick to the truth, you will filter out people who don't belong. They may be in touch with you, they may know you, but they won't get to you. They won't affect you. They won't negatively impact you. This power is only possible with truth. This is only Sacha Sauda. Truth alone has that power, nothing else. So if you choose truth, you will automatically be surrounded by those who share those truthful values with you, as opposed to those who want you to be a certain way before they will accept you. That's a lost cause, a lost game, even before it started.